So I assume Winter's not shooting at it?
It does appear to be secured behind the bars.
Does it get cover from the bars?
Yes, it does. Someone's considering shooting at it.
Yeah, so Coltane's gonna ready a wolfpack tactics for any hostile that gets in range of his halberd.
Now we all see the open door though, right?
That you do, yes. So Coltane readies Soul Harvest, his frosty halberd. Wrecked.
Alright.
That's you, Nick.
Yep. He has a speed of 3? No, that's his initiative. Why is his speed listed as 4,5?
What? That's a good question. It should be 5, I think, right?
I'm gonna treat it like it's 5 before I know.
Oh, right, I get it. Because the armor would reduce his speed by 1, but dwarves have a base speed of 5, and armor does not slow them down, so his speed is 5.
Oh, so the 4 is completely pointless. That's great.
Well, the 4 is out of his control. It's because maptool automatically subtracts the 1 because of the armor. He put in the 5 separately. I think 12 is a little too far. We're kind of going the other extreme here.
It's that thing. Anyway, he's gonna stand behind Coltane.
That was almost metaphorical. What do they say? Behind every successful man is a short, stubby dwarf?
I don't think they say that, but sure. I see what you're getting at. Anyway, I can't move him until his particular vision updates. He refuses to stand in it. Alright. Okay. Oh, you didn't tell me that Coltane sees an Gnoll.
So as Coltane moves forward here and his sunrod pours light into a chamber to the north, he can spot some tables with food scraps on them, some stools, something of a mess hall it seems, and a gnoll. A mangy gnoll is creeping down the passage toward them with a spear at the ready.
Do the creep.
Coltane says, I see a gnoll of the mangy type. It has a spear. Watch out.
Where?
Oh,
I'm
you know,
kidding.
over there. To the north.
Coltane then spots a crimson-furred gnoll sneaking up behind.
He doesn't bother to tell anyone about that one.
It would be anticlimactic at this point. And now, Mr. Corvus. Off the phone yet, John?
How about you move him up to the other door and then open it?
Maybe it's best that Corvus stays behind, you know, so he doesn't die immediately.
But then that's gonna... No. That's not right.
So Corvus is advancing toward the door and opening it.
I go to the door and open it.
Well, I guess.
punch Coltane.
Alright, both doors are now open. Does Corvus do anything else? I'll take that as a no. Alright. That ends round 1. Round 2, Nima.
Alright then. Nima, listening to Coltane, will move towards the knoll. Oh god, there are 2 of them! Well, she's gonna use Oath of Enmity on... Do they look different in any way?
The one in front of her is mangy, and the other one has crimson fur. Not bloody crimson, just that's the color of his fur. Maybe he uses a dye. We don't judge.
Does she know anything about gnolls and their crimson hairs?
I use a dye
fashion
quite
sensitive.
frequently.
In fact, you're probably gonna help it die soon enough.
Alright, she's gonna use Oath of Enmity on the first one. The mangy one. Are we supposed to kill them or capture them? I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, nobody cares.
I don't know, there's a lot of gnoll lovers, it seems, amongst our viewers. At least based on what was going on the forums.
Although people are wondering, since when do we capture anyone? Can we keep pet gnolls? Is that a possibility?
So a gnoll is basically an anthropomorphized hyena. It's a sentient creature with intelligence that... It's a furry, basically.
And we can't keep them as pets. Why?
Oh man.
Okay, in that case I guess I'll just go ahead and attack it, since people aren't so keen about keeping these sentient creatures as pets.
You generally don't have to worry about knocking them out until they're bloodied, because
You never know, they might be like one hit. What happens if they're one hit?
Especially, this one's mangy, I mean, looks a little on the frail side.
That'd be really sad. What if this could have been the one pet gnoll?
you're just gonna have to live with that decision.
He is a good 7 feet tall, so I don't know how that works with your pet idea.
It doesn't matter, they could still be pets.
I think pets normally aren't supposed to want to kill you.
Well, I think some cats would disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain, yeah. There's
Pets
probably some
aren't
lizards.
supposed to.
And snakes. You know that snake that wanted to, like, eat its owner or something?
Maybe you should attack the gnoll now.
Oh, those
Okay.
crazy monkeys that, like, for 15 years are normal and then they go ape shit, no pun intended, and like tear off someone's face.
Nima, surprised by the fact that she saw someone, decided to mark them as her enemy and then attack them with Bond of Pursuit.
Nima's axe chops into the pathetic creature and it whimpers in pain.
You monster! I'm not talking to you, mangy gnoll. I'm talking to the mean woman who chopped you with her axe.
Oh well. The Raven Queen is interested anyway. Were gnolls considered evil?
Why don't you ask your resident evil humanoid slayer?
Hey Massimo, are gnolls considered evil?
Indeed they are.
Alright then.
Winter.
Man, if only every serial killer had a friend who was an expert on whether or not murdering people was acceptable. Nope, you can feel good about yourself, because people are generally racist against this particular group of people.
So I guess Winter moves into a better position. Though he's a little worried about that door that opened. He goes here, next to Coltane, looking up the corridor. You can see a mangy gnoll, marks it as his quarry.
You guys.
And he strikes not once, not 3 times, but twice.
Didn't see that one coming.
Doug, have you been remaining extremely still, or is your video frozen?
My video is frozen.
Right. It's an interesting position, because it seems like you're just in really deep thought.
You know, whether or not to twin strike is something I've always been... Here, I'll restart that.
You should do the twin strike first. Or can you not complete it until you've finished thinking about it?
Okay. Yeah, twin strike. It's a 24 for 12, and an 18 for 3. Bonus 8.
Winter moves in and without hesitating sees a creature that needs to die. Let's fly 2 arrows and both of them strike true. Let's just get your video up and running again. That about does it. Alright. Well, the mangy gnoll growls and tries to spear Nima. But Nima deftly dodges.
Was that the mangy one?
That was the mangy one, yes.
Oh, it's on.
Maybe that's what he said when you attacked him.
Well, then we are in agreement.
Well, maybe you could be friends. Maybe you don't need to kill each other.
No. I'm fairly certain this is how it must end.
You hear a iron gate squeak open to the east. And then a gnoll wielding a powerful bow comes into view.
Oh, he looks cute.
I don't see this, unfortunately.
Alright, because you're in the corridor. Well, everyone else does, so...
It's okay. I have a commitment.
As he comes into view, he draws back the string of his bow, and from behind him, hyenas begin pouring out of the enclosure. He calls out...
That's good news, right?
He calls out in a voice that carries the same laugh-bark pattern as the hyenas. Tear them apart! And feast on their entrails, my beasts! With that, he lets loose the arrow. At Winter.
Why is Winter in the front?
So he
Oh,
could
yeah,
Because
that's
I
right,
wanted
that's
to
right.
shoot up the corridor.
Oh, alright, alright.
He saw a
Although I
pathetic
would
creature being
suggest-
attacked and had to be there.
I would suggest we sort of fall back to a slightly more defensible position.
That's not a bad suggestion. They might just close the door on us, though.
So it's a good suggestion. I assume everyone's going to be ignoring it.
Winter dodges
Well,
the
like
arrow.
we can line up to about where Rect is.
A one-eyed hyena charges at Winter.
Whoa!
One-eyed. It kind of looks like it's got two, though.
And it tears into Winter's thigh for 7 damage. Slavering, drooling. Looking like it very much wants to eat that chunk of meat it just tore off.
Rabies!
My action.
Don't hyenas usually just scavenge?
Wait, CJ, before the other one moves, don't I get my ready to action?
Sure, go ahead. They're all acting simultaneously.
Oh, well. I'll wait until this one finishes.
So, all of these hyenas look like they've been starved, but one that is particularly emaciated also charges forward. Coltane, go ahead, take your attack. You can do it on either or. Both of them advance at the same time.
He shall attack the one-eyed hyena.
Because it's handicap.
That's a 26 for 16 damage, and you will allow Winter to shift as a free action.
Winter shifts backwards and upwards. Freely.
Soul Harvest bites into the one-eyed hyena. It lets out a pained yelp. A large hyena charges Winter, provoking an opportunity attack from Nemaranis.
Which she will take. That's a basic melee attack, right?
That it is.
This is a 23 with a hit of 3.
So Nema's axe whittles away at the hyena. This large hyena.
She definitely hit, though.
She definitely did. And this large hyena definitely gets a good bite out of Winter's leg for 9 damage. Winter down to